I don't think you could have asked for much more out of the opening weekend, other than maybe Kevin Cooey says it was good to have a few tough games. Do you wish you maybe had to throw a last rock, or are you quite comfortable winning 3 games like that?
A bit of both, I guess. Always good to win the first 3, get a good solid start. We're playing well, especially to get the leads, then letting a few points go here and there. But I think getting those leads and playing really solidly in the starts of the game is the most important thing for us. But obviously, sooner than later, we're going to have to play a full game, and maybe that changes a little bit. So hopefully we can keep playing well, and then if we get a full game, then that's a bonus, I guess.
After a game like that, though, and after a weekend like that, when you guys have a debrief, is there still things that you're pointing out that need to be improved?
Not really for the starts of the games, but like I said, after we got those leads, we've let a few bad rocks go out of our control, and let points slip away as well. But I think we're playing really solidly from the starts of the game. So far, I think we don't really change anything. But if we play a team that can play a little stronger the full game out, we're going to have to focus harder for the second half of the game.
So that's not the normal Sweden-Norway game that we've come to expect over the last few years, but Magnus obviously has a very young team. You were there once before, and you had to take a few paddlings yourself as you came up. What would your advice be to Magnus, and what do you see in that young team?
Just stick to it. They have a really, really talented team, and Magnus, he has a lot of experience in his dad, so I'm sure he knows most of the game at a really young age. So I think in a few years to come, they will be just as good as Thomas's team was if they stick to it. So I'm looking forward to play a lot of good games against that team.
That was a pretty solid day for you guys, and very important after yesterday.
We played a good second half yesterday against the Netherlands, and their skip just made everything. So we just built on that today, and but yeah, 2 wins is huge to get us back in this thing. So.
You've been at the World Championship a couple times before, but obviously this is the first time in the starting lineup. What's it been like from your perspective?
It's a lot more fun to play. I'm having a great time. This Lethbridge and playing on my first in Canada, it's been pretty special. So hopefully we can get a few more wins and see this crowd on the weekend when it's all filled up.
You've been on kind of the inner circle with these guys a lot of times. You played against them a lot of times, obviously. But being a teammate and in the back end with John, have you gained any kind of different appreciation for him as a skip that you didn't have before?
I always knew John was a pretty good skip. He beat me in enough finals to know that. So it's just fun to be playing with these guys and contributing as much as I can and hoping to just kind of keep a U.S. team in that top 10 conversation and just let them know that our program is here and not going anywhere. So
this is exactly where you expected to be after the opening weekend, right?
This is exactly where we were expecting to be after the opening weekend. Exactly. No, we're really happy. But we've only played 1 quarter of the round robin, so still a ton load of games. So yeah, long way to go.
If you were to put your finger on one thing that has been consistently good for you guys through the first 3 games, what would you say it's been?
My sweeping has been pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. As all skips are.
Yeah, shoulders a bit, but it's okay. But no, I think that we've really focused on ourselves. We didn't really watch what the other teams are doing. We're just in our zone, trying to play the best we can.
People think that that's a cliche, I know, but it really isn't, because that is such an important thing to not get distracted by what's going on around you, and it's hard to do at an event like this.
And there's a lot going around as well. Especially when you're playing against Kevin Cooey, who's making doubles, bam, 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 against a really good Chinese team, and a big crowd making a lot of noise. It's really cool to live these moments, but it's not easy to not want to turn the head and see, what is he doing? What is he doing?
You've seen Kevin enough times to know that when the heat's on, he's going to deliver, and another example was tonight.
Yeah, he's done it all day and done it all year, but yeah, he's got a half rock double for the win, and we'll take that all day.
There's nothing pretty about the wins today, obviously. They're not works of art, but sometimes you have to win those kind of games, don't you?
Yeah, we came out a little flat tonight, but it's never going to be easy. Everyone's going to be gunning against us right now, so just got to hang in there, play well, and we'll win late.
You personally had a great game tonight, and it probably didn't feel like it was going to be a great game after the draw to the button. I know you were pretty frustrated, and did you almost feel like you had to make up for that?
Yeah, all I do is touch the 8-foot for the draw of the button. We get the hammer, and I didn't do it. So, I definitely had to make up for that. I was a little frustrated, but got over it pretty early, and I played pretty good.
So, a lot of rookies at this event say they feel the burden of wearing the maple leaf. What's that been like for you?
It's been fun actually. It's the crowds are on your side, and you just got to embrace it and just have a blast, and it's been working.